All right. 4 more Democrats are dying for attention. I don't even know these guys' names. I don't care. But they were shut out of an ICE facility in Illinois. It's like this is the thing now. This is what they're all doing. There's a video of these 4 losers standing out of a Illinois ICE facility. You guys check this out. Can we come in? This is what they're doing. And they always have videographers there. So that's one, right? I don't know who they are.
We come in,
right? That's one.
Who the hell are you people?
Nobody knows, right? This is one example. This happened yesterday. That was yesterday. And then Nadler, the penguin, he did it yesterday too. He was blocked from entering an ICE facility in New York, and I just. Like all these Democrats are like, wait, that guy's getting attention, and then that guy over there's saying, I want attention too. I'm not getting enough attention. Yeah,
of course, it's a smart thing to do, right?
I mean,
you show up somewhere and you ask for your prop, right? Can I have a prop guy? Make it. If you have a woman that's going to be deported, it'd be great. If not, I'll take a dude. And then we'll go from there because I need the look. Make sure they catch my good side.
Mm-hmm. Well, there is no good side for Nadler.
There's not. But
and this is a really quick clip. But you guys, look at him and then look at his penguin self and look at his shoes. Just pay close attention. Here we go. He can't. Did you see how quick it was? He was at it. He is the penguin. He's like unbuttoning his. You see? Look at him. He's like they're trying to get into an ICE facility. He can barely walk. I feel like somebody's helping him walk or something. I don't know. He's trying to unbutton his coat so he can walk another step.
What are you gaining from this? So you go in there, you see they're getting their meals. Nobody's getting beaten. Nobody's getting electrocuted. They're sitting here. They're waiting for their whatever they're going to have in their little quick hearing or whatever, and then they're going to be on their way. Do you think you're going to go in there and they're waterboarding him? Come on, Pedro. Come on. Tell me where the rest of Trente Agua is.
It's ridiculous. They're all just trying to get attention at this point. And imagine if they worked this hard for their constituents, for the actual American taxpayer. Just imagine what they get done.
Well, they say they're doing that for them because they want to keep the prices low.
Okay. They're such theater kids. Speaking of theater kids, we have this new, you guys, we've talked about this guy, Mamdani, but I just want to keep him on your radar, especially if we have any New York City folks out there. I'm sure that we do have a few. This 33-year-old Zohran Mamdani. What was that movie that Adam Sandler did?
Zohan.
Zohan. Yeah. His first name reminds me of that. Zohran Mamdani. He's running for mayor of New York City. I guess he and Cuomo are like toe to toe, which is so weird. Like those are your options. Those are your options for like
the young New York socialist that's left of AOC or the guy that killed all the old people.
It's like, this is what you've got. Yeah, so it's like crap or a crap sandwich. What do you want?
Was it South Park? At the end of the day, it's turd sandwich or giant douche.
There you go. Which one do you want? Which one? I don't even know which one. I think the giant douche would be Cuomo in this particular instance, and then the turd sandwich would be Mamdani. But so this guy, he doesn't acknowledge that Israel even exists, and he's crying in this video. He's crying, you guys. Here we go.
I get messages that say the only good Muslim is a dead Muslim. I get threats on my life.
Oh no. Oh God. I can't.
On the people that I love.
No.
And I try not to talk about it. Because the function of racism, as Toni Morrison said, is distraction. My focus has always been on making this a city that's affordable.
Right. I'm sure that's your...
Wait, hold on a second. So
just focus.
Toni Morrison says the function of racism is distraction. I'm really concerned about making this place affordable.
Right. So let's
there. How'd you get that?
He's a socialist.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm trying to make everything affordable. Okay. Yeah. And you know what? Have you ever noticed when these people cry, they're not actually crying?
No.
I don't see any tears.
Onions on your like this, right? Put some onions.
Like at least I want to see some tears. Make it happen. Like go back to acting school and figure out how to actually cry. There are people who know how to do that. Like actors can actually cry.
They're great at playing pretend.
That guy wasn't crying. New York needs to be really careful with this dude because he's slick. He's slick, don't you
I
think?
think he's going to win.
It's a slippery slope, you guys. So we got another. Here's another one. Here's another video. That's him busting in on Tom Homan.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember? Yeah, I don't like any of this. He's an extremist. He's radical. I don't like it. He's an anti-Semite. He's an actual anti-Semite. He doesn't believe that Israel should exist. I mean, it's not. This isn't a good guy. This is a slippery slope. You've been warned.
So, I mean, he's got a good chance. Again, Cuomo, he was the governor. You're not the governor for a reason.
Right.
Now you're like, all right, I'm not the governor, but can I at least be mayor of the biggest city in America?
But he actually has a chance, because there are some people like me. If I were a Democrat, which I can't even, if I were, and I were living and I saw the choice between the two, I'd choose Cuomo.
I'd choose Cuomo in a heartbeat. Cuomo's just an old school politician. Right.
I mean, he's just one of those guys that is, hey, and he's like slaps women on the ass, and that's him. That's who he is. He's that guy. But I would vote for him over I would this other guy. So
this is going to be interesting. It's going to be close. Truth.
Everybody's heard of Doge, but what if there was a DORE, DORE, a Department of Retirement Efficiency? You know who would run that is Zach at Bulwark. You know Zach, don't you?
Zach's my boy. We were just texting a little while ago.
Zach is awesome. We love Zach so much. He's conservative guy, great guy. He's communicative. I've had financial people in the past who just like, they take your crap and then they don't talk to you ever again.
They put it all in a cookie cutter thing, whatever best for them, and they move on.
I freaking hate that. And he's not like that. He talks to you. He gets to know you and your family. He wants to know everything about you. He's just a great guy. He's wonderful. And you need to, if you're thinking about it, it's free. You can just schedule a free Know Your Risk portfolio review with him and Bulwark Capital. Visit knowyourriskpodcast.com. He's fantastic. You can get a second opinion. You only get one retirement, you guys. So schedule your free Know Your Risk portfolio review at knowyourriskpodcast.com. We also do stuff with him weekly, so you can check that out too. Right.
Under 45 supports Mamdani in a big, big way. But Cuomo's got over 40 and over 45 black voters and women voters and over 45, which are the ones that tend to come out and vote the most, definitely support Cuomo. But this guy's got a good chance.
Oh, he does, because he's slick. And that's why he
moves. And you know that he's
a chameleon. Like he's all the cultures to all the people. He can do that. He's very, very chameleon-y.
He's going to make it affordable again.
He's not.
You know what? No, you're not. And I'll tell you why, because you already had a great person who was a disruptor. The rent is too damn high guy couldn't make it that way. And he was super serious about that.
Oh my God, that guy, I remember and
he had the gloves on. The rent is too damn high.
Mock and I met him at CPAC years ago. And what you see is what you get with that guy. That's exactly who he was in person.
He reminds me of a guy that back in the 70s was at Studio 54 when Carl Douglas's Kung Fu Fighting came on, and he took out his own nunchucks.
Oh my God. But listen, this guy, I mean, this dude, it scares me, you guys. I mean, it's not like a fear mongering thing. It's an awareness thing, because I look at what's happening in the UK and I don't like it. I don't want that shit here. I don't want it here, and nobody should want it here, because this is what's happening. This is what we need to fight against, because this is what's happening in the UK. Just a reminder.
Not want your money going to immigrants who, quote, rape our kids and get priority, end quote. This offence is so serious that an immediate custodial sentence is unavoidable. Would you stand, please?
So this is a tweet. Somebody sent a tweet out.
The sentence that I pass has been reduced by 1/3 to reflect your guilty plea. The sentence is one of 20 months imprisonment.
They're a mess. They're an absolute mess. This is happening right now. And listen, I get it. It's them. It's in the UK. It's like, oh, it's in the UK. It'll never happen here. But but it could. I mean, it could, right?
It's that slippery slope.
It's slippery.
Look, their laws have they've always been this way. I remember when I was on Talk Radio UK, I said something about Richard and Judy, which were a husband and wife morning team, and they were accused of something. And I said something on the air, and the next day they were like, they're calling me in the office, and there's Richard, well, because Richard and Judy were going to come after me. The police were going to investigate. I need to go for all their greatness, there's a reason that people used to go and sue the stars, because it was easier to get slander and liability. Right. There's a reason, because they're not as free speechy as we are.
Listen, we were not free speechy during COVID, you guys. I was on the air. We were on the air FM radio during COVID. And if, Mock she would agree with me on this. There were times where we were pulled into the office and we were like, you can't talk about this. You can't talk about that. And I was like, I'm out. I don't want to do this. This is weird. I understand that there were like people that were pulling the strings way above our pay grade, that were saying, hey, you can't talk about vaccines in this way, or talk about this or that. There are certain things you just not talk about. I didn't like that. No, I didn't like it. That to me that is a slippery slope. Yeah. So it happened then. It could happen with this kind of stuff in America. Believe me, it happens.
So, and the rape gangs, that's a real thing. They're opening up yet another investigation in this situation with the rape gangs. But we look at, again, their free speech is not the same way our free speech is. And so there's that, because we can do a lot of things in this country you just can't do other places, even that are quote unquote free. You just don't have what we have.
Agreed. And I'm grateful for that every day. I just want to make sure that it stays that way, and we stay super free.
Yeah. And see, and the funny thing is the vaccine stuff, even when you talk about stuff like that, it had very little to do with vaccine and all to do mostly with money.
Yeah. Money and power.
Money and power.
It's always about money and power. Always with these.
That's where you should learn where our free speech goes. It's money and power more than it is whether or not somebody's butthurt.
Bingo.